Good evening, I'm your host Camelia and you're watching KiniNews. The Royal Malaysian Navy knows a thing or two about ships. So why were their views ignored in the Littoral Combat Ship project? Also, why was the ship's design changed? And does Najib Abdul Razak have anything to do with this? Rafizi says he's in possession of leaked documents in our top story.
PKR Deputy President Rafizi Ramli has accused Najib Abdul Razak of influencing Putrajaya's design choice for the Littoral Combat Ship project. In a statement today, Rafizi claimed to be in possession of leaked quotation documents. He also said he had a letter of intent from French defense firm DCNS, now known as Naval Group, on the LCS project. However, Rafizi said these documents were issued before Boustead Naval Shipyard Berhad was officially made the main contractor on December 16, 2011. He said this means that DCNS, as the subcontractor, had received prior full information on the project. Rafizi did not publish the three documents but provided reference numbers and dates. According to the PAC, BNS submitted its letter of intent on October 16, 2010 and received its letter of award on December 16, 2011. Based on the dates given by Rafizi, all three purportedly leaked documents in his possession were dated between BNS's letter of intent and letter of award. According to Rafizi, he was also in possession of a report by Boustead Heavy Industries Corporation, BNS's owner, which concluded that DCNS's quotation was predetermined and thus improper. Rafizi, who published excerpts of the report, said the BHIC investigators noted that DCNS had a history of bribing Malaysian officials and the matter was being investigated by the French authorities. The former Pandan MP added that it was likely Najib had a hand in the design switch because of the latter's history with DCNS through the Scorpene submarine deal in the early 2000s. Najib was a defense minister when the deal was signed. Rafizi added that he was awaiting Najib's response.
With PN reportedly threatening to stop supporting Ismail Sabri Yaakob, Harapan says it'll wait and see before deciding on their next course of action.
DAP Secretary General Anthony Loke said Pakatan Harapan will wait and see if Perikatan Nasional pulls its support for Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob's administration before deciding on its next move. Speaking at a press conference, Loke said the moment PN pulls out, a new political scenario will emerge.
I mean, as I said, if they pull out, whether or not they will pull out, nobody knows. Okay, one day they say they want to pull out, the other day another Bersatu leader said that, oh, that is not the case. They have never decided. So ini Bersatu pun tak consistent.
Loke was asked if Harapan would keep Ismail Sabri in office to delay the 15th general election if PN withdrew its support for him. The DAP leader also accused the Muhyiddin Yassin-led Bersatu of not being consistent on this matter. He said PN leaders are afraid of losing their positions in the government. PN reportedly threatened to withdraw from the government in protest over Ismail Sabri's reluctance to fulfill the agreement to appoint a deputy prime minister from Bersatu. However, Bersatu Supreme Council member Faiz Naaman denied this and stressed the party will continue to back the prime minister. Apart from Bersatu, PN comprises PAS, Gerakan, Parti Solidariti Tanah Airku, and the Sabah Progressive Party. Unfazed by the threat, Ismail Sabri said he is prepared to face any possibility, including holding an early general election.
It's easy to forget when you're online that the people you're interacting with are actual human beings. A tragic case in Selangor reminds us why we need to be more decent to each other online.
Popular TikToker Sashikala Nadaraja was found dead at her home in Subang Jaya yesterday morning. This is after she received a barrage of hateful comments on a widely followed account. Sinar Daily reported that the mother of three was reportedly cyberbullied over her appearance and handbag collections on the social media account. The cause of death is pending a post-mortem scheduled at University Hospital today, according to police. According to popular TikToker Rose Veronica, Sashikala's children told her that their mother could not tolerate the negative comments by her TikTok followers, Sinar Daily reported. Sashikala had more than 30,000 followers on TikTok, where she shared her views on various topics like homeschooling, sexual harassment, and how to maintain luxury handbags. Her final video 3 days ago was on how she started homeschooling her 3 daughters using the IGCSE syllabus.
Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, recently linked a troll farm to PDRM. Now, a veteran DAP MP is calling for a public inquiry.
Lim Kit Siang has called for a public inquiry to be set up to investigate Meta's report alleging the police are linked to a troll farm operating on Facebook and Instagram. The DAP veteran said this is because the police's mere denial on the matter is insufficient and unconvincing. He also called on the police to state whether the force is willing to cooperate with the proposed inquiry, which would include inviting Meta to disclose evidence providing the force's link to the troll farm. A troll farm is an institutionalized group of internet trolls that seek to interfere in political opinions and decision-making. Meta, in its quarterly adversarial threat report, said last week that about 1,000 Facebook and Instagram accounts, plus Facebook groups and pages, have been removed for violating the platform's policy against coordinated, inauthentic behavior. It said it removed 596 Facebook accounts, 180 pages, 11 groups, and 72 Instagram accounts for violating the policy. It said the troll network originated in Malaysia and targeted domestic audiences to corrupt and manipulate public discourse by using fake accounts and misleading people about who is behind them. This includes posting memes in Malay in support of the current government coalition, with claims of corruption among its critics, read the Meta report. It said although the people behind it attempted to conceal the identity and coordination, Meta's investigation found links to the Royal Malaysia Police. Although denying the claim, police said it was taking the allegation seriously and is gathering more information on the matter.
Zarul allegedly paid a middleman 19 million ringgit because he was tricked into believing that the person had strong enough political ties to stop MACC investigations.
A key witness in Lim Guan Eng's corruption case linked to the Penang Undersea Tunnel project claimed that he was threatened with a money laundering charge, and this was one reason why he paid a middle person 19 million ringgit to settle the case. Consortium Zenith Construction Sendirian Berhad Senior Executive Zarul Ahmad Muhammad Zulkifli told the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court today that businessperson G. Ganaraja conveyed the threat to him via WhatsApp. In previous proceedings of the graft trial against Lim, Zarul claimed that he roped in Ganaraja, an alleged close associate of former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak, to deliver bribes to the accused. On April 3, 2019, before the Shah Alam Sessions Court, Ganaraja was charged with deceiving Zarul to pay him 19 million ringgit in relation to the project. The businessperson was alleged to have convinced Zarul that the former could use his political connections to close MACC's investigation against Zarul in relation to the project. Under cross-examination by Lim's defense counsel Gobind Singh Dio this morning, Zarul claimed that the threat was among other reasons he paid 19 million ringgit to Ganaraja and not the sole reason.
PKR facing a leadership shortage, or is this the party's latest strategy? PKR has appointed the same leaders to head multiple state chapters.
PKR has taken an unusual approach for its leadership of 2 state party chapters. Last night, Party President Anwar Ibrahim announced that Vice President Amiruddin Shari, who is already Selangor PKR Chief, will also be the Pahang Chief. Meanwhile, fellow Vice President Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad will lead the party in Kelantan and Terengganu. Normally, no PKR member will head more than 1 state chapter. Heads of the state chapter have the authority to choose the state's party committee members. Previously, it was announced that PKR Deputy President Rafizi Ramli would head the party in the Federal Territories and Johor, while Vice President Amiruddin Harun will head Negeri Sembilan and Melaka. Meanwhile, veteran activist Sankar Rasam is the Sabah Chief and Ronald Engan is Sarawak Chief. The heads of PKR in Perlis, Kedah, Penang and Perak have yet to be announced. Party members do not have the right to elect their state chapter head. The convention is for the party president to choose the state head in consultation with elected PKR division heads.
A former PKR MP has justified defecting to Bersatu before seeking to join PBB this year.
Puncak Borneo MP Willy Mongen said he was never enemies with Gabungan Parti Sarawak. He said this in an attempt to justify his decision to join Parti Perkasa Bumi Putera Bersatu or PBB. According to the Borneo Post, he said he did fight against BN in the past elections, but he never fought GPS. BN Sarawak chapter was dissolved on June 12, 2018. The four former component parties went on to form GPS. Their maiden electoral outing was on December 18th last year, which saw them winning by a landslide. Speaking to reporters in Kuching yesterday, Willie said he was grateful that PPP President Abang Johari Openg and the party had accepted him. In 2018, Willie won the Puncak Borneo seat as a PKR member. He defected to Bersatu in 2020 and sought entry into PBB this year. Willie claimed that his decision to defect was taken after consulting his supporters and constituents. Malaysia Kini cannot independently verify Willie's claim that he had consulted his constituents.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.